go. All right, so I believe we're live. Welcome everybody to the post Brickworld and Laceropes release live stream. So in the stream today, we have a bunch of builders. We got Olaf, Caleb, Spencer. Is that everybody? Oh, two Calebs. That's why I was tripping up there. We have Caleb Elven Ranger and Caleb Masked Builder, as well as me, Danny. I will be putting up nameplates during the stream so you guys can tell who's who. If you guys want to go around and talk about where people can find you on social media, what kind of stuff you build, etc. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll start. I'm Spencer, Lego Spencer. You can find at Lego Spencer. What are we doing? Talking about what we're building or what we're doing?
Yeah, what you're going to be doing during the stream, or if you like participate in Laceropes, you can talk about what part you built for that. Or if you are Brickworld, you can also talk about anything you brought.
So yeah, I was the third part of Laceropes, which I brought to Brickworld. I also brought like a spaceship to Brickworld, which I displayed with some other ships and stuff like that. I'll have a video coming out about soon here. Who wants to go next?
I'm Olav, Nora Lego on social media. I build Lord of the Rings stuff, but I did not bring any Lord of the Rings or castle. I built for the Laceropes mission episode. That's me.
Do either one of the Calebs want to go?
Yeah, I guess I'll go next. I don't know what happened to the other Caleb. I'm Swoosh, Mass Builder. Go by Mass Builder in the Lego circles. If you run into Swoosh on any video games, it's probably me because I play too many. I did not do Laceropes. Kind of wish I had because it was a good collab. Kind of mostly do video game builds. Whatever strikes my fancy.
Nice. Is the other Caleb here or no?
Other Caleb should turn on his video. He's like a giant square on the live stream.
All right, guys, I'm here. My phone was about, so I was trying to find a place where I could charge it, but.
Gotcha.
All right, yeah. So I'm Caleb, also known as Elven Ranger, and for Brickworld 2019, I brought my Rivendell mock for the Second Age collaboration, and then I also brought my Laceropes mission mock.
Nice, and you were nominated, right, for your
Yeah, the Second Age mock was nominated for Best Medieval Building. I didn't win, but I still got one of those cool bricks. So.
And Spencer, your ship got nominated too.
That's correct.
Sweet.
I lost to that. There's a Beyond the Brick video of it already out, but the one that won that category was like 9-foot diameter orb from, what is it, Star Trek?
It's Star Trek. This Deep Space Nine. I helped Adrian put that together. That thing is wild.
Crazy. It's a crazy build.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's going. I'm also going to Brick Fair, Virginia, and Bricks in the Six in Toronto. Which I'm planning on bringing my ship to, but apparently this Deep Space Nine thing is going to be there also.
Oh no!
So I have a T-minus 5 weeks to step up my game or something, or we'll see.
Adrian only does builds every 3 or 4 years, so
I really lucked out then.
That's one way to look at it.
Well, Danny, did you go?
Oh, I did not. I'm Danny, Lego Buff Productions. As you can see, I'm the only one currently with a nameplate on the screen. The other ones will be up shortly, I promise. I was also at Brickworld. I brought an interlude for Laceropes because I didn't have time to do a main part, and I'm not a good builder. So I'm glad I did do that because the people who did participate were phenomenal. So kudos to them. I also brought my diner mock that was from the Thrawn collab we did in the fall. And I brought a few little small builds that I just had kind of lying around. So, yeah.
We'll be able to post the full. We recorded a booth tour. We'll be able to post that soon, I guess. I just gotta edit it. But then you'll be able to see everything that was at our display, stuff like that.
Yeah, so we have a bunch of people in the comments here. Welcome, everyone. Collecting Bricks, Piano Covers, YouTube, Vanacola Demons, interesting. Jay the Doctor John's here, welcome. Infernal Bricks, Marfon20. He said he watched the full playlist. Great job, guys, in terms of Laceropes. Infernal Bricks said those collab mocks are some of the most unique mocks I've ever seen. Great job. Daniel Side says, how's it going, RebelLUG? We're doing great. Cool. So I think we're all caught up. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions about Laceropes, Brickworld stuff, we'll be happy to answer. That's kind of why we're doing this stream. In the meantime, Spencer, if you want to kind of just touch on any thoughts of just the general Laceropes, since you were really the one of the main planners next to Everett who put the whole thing together.
Well, we're not at the finish line yet, so I can't like do a full post-mortem of the collab and stuff like that just yet. But like the builds in it were like so awesome. If you guys haven't, people that are watching it now or watching the stream at some point, like if you haven't watched the collab, I think it really came together as like some sort of I don't know the right type of word, but like, you know, experience where you like our like storytelling and then the mocks really came together into something that I thought was like really super special to get to tell this like new story that we came up with that Everett and I wrote like months or years ago or whatever, you know, like probably like a year and a half to 2 years ago or something. We like came up with the concept and then just sort of circumstantially it just never ended up happening until like last year Brickworld. We were like, oh, we should do that again, we should bring that up again. That was a really cool idea. And yeah, so I don't know, super proud of all the builders and the work that they did, and it was really cool to see it all together at Brickworld, and then make all the video, see all the videos in my subscription feed and stuff this morning because they all got posted on time and blah blah blah. It was really
Yeah, for anyone watching who hasn't seen them yet, there's both a playlist on the RebelLUG YouTube channel. So you're watching this live stream now. If you go to our YouTube channel, go to playlist, you'll see it there. But also, if you go to rebellug.com/Laceropes, our website, there's some more details and stuff on the collab that you can find there as well as the videos. So cool beans. Daniel Side said that he is trying to build a Catamonia siege mock, and he's not sure how to connect the cities to the mountains. Any suggestions? Someone who made a really cool Catamonia was Anders Alkland Productions, who's in RebelLUG. He made one for our Order 66 collab. Was that like 2 years ago? 3 years ago, I think, actually.
It was at Brickworld 2017.
Yeah.
And he kept it around for a period of time to bring it to that, I believe. So yes, whatever that was, like, what is that, over 2 years ago? Probably a third year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say other than that, Technic is really the key for those tricky structural connections.
Yeah, well, I think Anders had these like really grand ambitions where it was going to be legitimately two separate mountains, two separate pieces of rock, and then the city was actually going to hang between the two, you know, like how it is in the movie. But I think he sort of realized that was like really impractical to build, or not impractical to build, but really difficult to pull off. So his is more like a big piece of rock, and then it's attached to the rock, but it's not like actually supported by the rock. It's the city's like sitting on the table, which is another way to like achieve that effect. As for how I would go about like attaching the city to the rocks, you know, like how it is in Star Wars and stuff like that, where it's like this big cradled city, you know, tethered to just mountains and stuff by like these really thick, whatever you call it. They're not like chains or whatever, but basically the equivalent. I don't know. I would just try and make the city as light as possible, I guess, and come up with a really, really strong attachment mechanism. But you know, that's not easy to do.
Tactic
So-
bricks are your friend.
Yeah.
Mr. Tatooine said, "This is not my first live stream, but as every time I don't understand anything because I'm French." Well, you type that out in English. So if you can write English, I'm pretty sure you might be able to listen and understand a bit. We do have a few French members in RebelLUG, but none that are in the stream right now that would be able to help you out there.
Well, he came back after not being able to understand it the first time. So
Yes, that is true. Jay the Doctor said, "How was it meeting Big Bricks 123, the biggest sham at Brickworld Chicago?" Does anyone have
do you
any
have to be
comment?
in a lug? Do you have to be in a lug to bring a mock to brick? No. Although, just like I think Brickworld's sort of unique in that way, where like a lot of things are laid out by groups rather than like categories. You know, because at a lot of other conventions they'll be categorized into sci-fi and medieval. So it is cool to be part of a group there, but they have sections for people that aren't in a group.
Oh,
If you know
jeez.
groups like lugs that are on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, you can message them and ask if you can tag along to their and they might let you. Unfortunately, RebelLUG doesn't do that anymore, but we did that for the first 3 years.
3 years,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, and it also depends on the convention for RebelLUG too. We do allow for some conventions for people to tag on. It really just depends on what our plans are. Like, for example, for this year, our big thing was Laceropes, so we wanted that to be the focus of our display. So that's kind of why we shied away from just letting everyone join in with us. Caleb Mass Builder, you don't have an Instagram, right? A Lego one, at least.
Not a Lego one.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure.
I mostly post car stuff.
Yeah.
Who's going to Brick Fair, Virginia? Asked Daniel Side. I'll be going. Anybody else in the call?
I'll be there.
I'll be there as well.
Boom.
Oh, that's Noah.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Noah's
Noah's
here.
not getting here.
I can get
That's
like
right.
let's see here. Do some research really quick and get a not complete list, but Nathaniel or Ennis Brick Designs from RebelLUG. These are all RebelLUG members. That'll be he'll be Elijah Peach Bricks. Gonna show up again. Get lit. Noah HD in the call. He's gonna be there. Andrew or CRCT Production. Bryce or Brickfield Replicas. Justin, Jack Production. Micah Beedman and yeah.
Lee as well. Did you mention Lee?
Oh yeah. Well, this is the list of people that are. This is the list of people that are displaying with us, but I haven't heard back from Lee. So
Alright.
I think there'll be some other folks there. Like I think Chris is going, Lee's going, Daniel 2, honorary member of RebelLUG. He'll be there from Sean TR's Legos fan, who's a legacy member of RebelLUG right now. He's been talking about going. He's a high likelihood. Who else is possible? That might be everyone. Simon.
Oh, of course. Simon's everywhere.
And that should be everyone. Okay.
I sadly don't have anything to show on stream right now. I'm actually working on Brickworld videos.
Brickworld videos, there you go.
What happened to Lego Lord 82?
R.I.P.
Lego
Ooh,
Lord
story.
82 is a legendary member of RebelLUG, former member of RebelLUG, who unfortunately had to leave due to being busy and stuff.
Very unfortunate.
11 cents each.
We miss him.
What piece is 11 cents each?
A bright light blue slope, cheese slope. That's double. It's a double cheese slope.
How long do you keep MOCs built before sorting them out on average? So I'll let whoever wants to answer this. For for me personally, I have MOCs that like it totally depends on the course. Like I didn't keep my Laceropes build for the way home, so that was together complete for like however long the convention was.
Oh, I didn't know you destroyed that. Did you destroy it at the convention, or did you just kind of like toss it in the box?
Yeah, I destroyed it at the convention. I like pushed it into my bin before we went back to the hotel, and then in an effort to like consolidate my stuff at like 11 p.m. when everyone was trying to go to sleep for their flights the next day and stuff like that, I broke down my mocked, single pieces and stuff like that to get as much of it in my suitcase as possible to shift weight into my suitcase rather than the box, for checked bag purposes. But I do have builds that I've kept together for like 3 years and counting and stuff like that, just because it's like I don't need to take them apart. I don't really want to sort out the pieces, and they're like cool display models and stuff to just bring to shows when I have the chance. Like the Death Trooper helmet that I built like a long time ago now is when there's just like a local show, it's like the thing I'll bring. It's just I know how to rebuild it really quickly, and it's the stuff like that. Anybody else want to answer that?
I usually keep my MOCs about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I would say the
Have my
same. 2
pieces
weeks.
ready.
2 weeks is like the perfect timeline where it's like long enough to enjoy your build, but then after 2 weeks, you're kind of like, I need these pieces for the next project.
Yeah, when I'm just building it in my room, I'm not taking it to a convention. I like to keep it together for a while to make sure that I'm not missing pictures or video of it before I tear it down. Like that's what I didn't like destroying my Laceropes build before bringing it home, because I hadn't posted a video about it yet. So some catastrophe, a big catastrophe happened, something went wrong, and I lost all the footage and pictures of it or something. I couldn't retake them and stuff like that because it's not on my table.
Yeah, I'd say about the same. It depends on the mock. Because
Sorry.
Wait, Caleb's there?
That's
So someone commented, and I didn't think it was true, but I just looked at it as true. David just posted a video called "My Girlfriend."
David Hall?
Yeah, and it's a picture of this girl who I'm assuming is his girlfriend. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just thought that was real funny. Thank you, whoever in the comments mentioned that. I appreciate that.
That's hilarious.
This is weird. What the heck?
Oh,
Caleb, I'll let
All right, Caleb, you can continue on.
But then we're gonna have to take a break to watch this video.
Yeah, definitely.
Live on stream.
live reaction.
No,
live
live
reaction.
reaction here on the RebelLUG channel.
Because like, for example, like my Rivendell for Second Age, usually a mock like that I'd probably leave for like 2 weeks and then take it apart for parts and stuff. But I really liked it, and I just kept it up, and I ended up just taking it to Brickworld because it was cool. But most stuff I end up just you build it, and it's like, oh, I need these pieces, or I'll start another mock and just slowly take pieces off the other one, and then I'll have like a finished mock and like a half finished mock next to me with like all these parts that have been tore off and all that stuff.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. Like, it really varies. Like, on the mock. Like, for example, the Laceropes mock that I built, I couldn't bring that back. Already bringing it to Brickworld was a pain in the butt. So, because it's a freeform mock and it's a larger build, and like I didn't have any like proper way of like putting it in the suitcase in order for me to bring it back as well. And then like Olaf and other people, use saran wrap and stuff. But usually, I don't know, if I have a mock and a convention's only like a month away, I'll put it aside and bring it there. Or if it's for a collaboration, I'll bring it there. But most mocks then just get taken apart like after 2 or 3 weeks. So.
Vana Cole, or however you say your name, I apologize for butchering that, asked if RebelLUG has ever built a city. To my knowledge, no one in RebelLUG has a Lego city. Except Simon, I think, has all the modulars, but...
He used to. I think he took most of those apart to put other things up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not that anyone's been in his place in 5 years now to know.
Yeah.
There's rumors.
There are rumors, yes. I mean, unless you count Cyber City that Simon did in 14 with RebelLUG, but I don't think that's what he's asking about.
Yeah.
We got to do like a big single layout next time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Build a big Lego city, the biggest Lego city.
Huge, awesome Lego City. World record. What's the best piece you have each found on the pab wall? My personal favorite, I mean, I don't go to pab too often. I wish I'd made it in earlier to Brickworld so I could have gotten that really nice pab that I saw in all the videos that everyone else got. But my favorite all-time find is always the 2x2 light bush gray tiles, especially like back in the good old clone base days. Those were like the bread and butter of clone bases. So, yeah.
The first time that I saw like anybody with those, Chris Productions came to Bricks by the Bay in like 2012 or 2013 or something like that. Probably 2013. And he went to the Lego store before the convention, and he was the first person that I'd seen that found 2x2 light gray tiles. And he like those were like a currency at the convention. Everybody desperately wanted those so much, and then they disappeared for a while, and then I think they came back and everybody tried to get them, and they popped up here and there, and everybody always really wants them. I have a nice sized drawer of them for myself. Maybe my like most favorite piece, I got green headlight bricks. Maybe headlight brick is probably like my favorite piece, mathematically the most useful Lego piece out there. So I have a big cup of green headlight bricks from Pick a Brick. That's a cool piece.
Bricks.
The 1x2 dark blade tiles, we got a Brickworld over.
Oh yeah.
And plates, were they like that?
Oh yeah, I probably should have gotten some of those, but I saw tiles and it's like, oh, I need those. I don't know why I got as much salmon as I did. It seems like a waste.
We have a few people in the chat reporting back about David's video, and they say it's very boring. So interesting.
I need to find out for myself.
Chromebot says right now he's trying to make a custom Mandalorian. Interesting. I have a classic Boba Fett helmet without the body, and I want to put it to use. Oh, the classic one where it's like the molded jetpack connected to the helmet.
Sounds cool.
Speaking of Boba Fett, Noah, would you like to talk about a purchase you made at Brickworld Chicago?
So, I've been looking for the Boba Fett of all Boba Fetts for like a couple of years now, and we're talking about the Cloud City Boba Fett, like the classic Cloud City Boba Fett with printed arms, printed legs, and it's worth like $300 or $400. I don't know, something like that. So, in any case, Ryan, who's I think the manager of Bricks and Minifigures, or that store there in Chicago, or one of the stores.
He's the owner, and I think he's also the manager too.
Okay, well, he had one in the store when we visited during Brickworld. I think it was on the Tuesday, and so I saw it there in like the case and whatnot. He was selling it, and I was wondering like basically what he was selling it for, and then he told me he was selling it for, I think it was like $230 or something like that. I don't know. So asked him if he would possibly like go down on the price, and he was nice enough to give it to me for $200. And I don't know, like the figure's in pristine condition. It's like so nice, and that was the only Boba Fett that I was missing out of the rare ones now. And I think there's only one or two of like the really classic, I don't know, easy to find Boba Fetts that I'm missing. So I have almost all of them. It's pretty cool.
What are the other rare ones? I didn't know there were multiple ones.
Well, you've got like the slave
Yes,
one,
white.
like the newer slave one, Boba Fett with printed arms and stuff. That one was
Oh,
worth like
okay.
around 30 or 40, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got the white Boba Fett.
Oh, that's right. That was that door prize or whatever that you guys all got.
I can't. Yeah, I still don't know why that one was so rare.
It was great. Yeah, that one, we got that one there. Oh, I had, yeah, so I have that one now. That one's worth like $100, I'm gonna say.
White
And
Boba
then-
Fett? Why do I have one still?
Yeah.
All right. And then I'm trying to remember. I think that was. Oh wait, no. There's also the newer version of that same Boba Fett. It was the one that came in the book. That one was worth like $20, and I have that one as well. So, yeah. Again, all of the like rare ones got those, except for like I think one of the classic newer ones from 2014, something like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Right.
$80 US. Good lord.
Yeah.
Should sell it.
How'd you
Yeah, I
get?
don't.
How'd you get yours, Caleb?
I got mine through Eurobricks back in the day. I can't remember what I did to get it, but somebody sent it to me.
What was
I don't think I should say who on stream.
what was the original promotion for that?
I feel like it was a door prize or a gift with purchase that was really rare.
Mhm.
I thought it was with Target.
Was it Target? I don't know. It was what, 5 or 6 years ago at this point?
The white
It was-
Boba Fett.
Or
Let
maybe
me
the
see. 2010.
maybe
It was almost 10 years ago. Yeah, I barely remember it coming out. Well, what's Bricklink say it was?
Rebo or Rebo. Okay, I always thought it was Rebo Bricks, but I was watching Matt's stream the other day, and he pronounced it Rebo. So I don't know how to correctly pronounce it. I'm guessing Matt has the correct pronunciation there, but he said no is flexing with his German parts money. Let's see. StormLug said their booth. Yeah, they were right next to us this year at Brickworld. They had a really fun time seeing everything get set up.
Nice.
Rebo, whatever his name is. Please put your correct pronunciation in the chat so I don't keep screwing that up. He said the beginning of the video, this is David's video, is David running up on his girlfriend while she's laying in her bed on her phone and surprising her.
What is David, a vlogger now?
I guess so. I was right. It is Rebo Bricks. Matt was saying it wrong. Yes. Point for RebelLUG.
Ooh. Yeah, because that's a character, right, in Star Wars?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
blue
that's what I
guy?
thought. That's what I thought it was named after, but I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
it was something else that he was referencing with the name. I forgot Osman joined us. If you want to introduce yourself and where people can find you on social media and what you're working on in the stream or whatever.
So, I'm Osman, or Northern Lego, on Instagram and Flickr and YouTube, actually. And right now, my Lego is actually packed away, so I'll have to build a set. And I have this really awesome Lord of the Rings set, the Urukai Army set. I'm going to be building that. So yeah, that'll be pretty fun. Yeah.
Point.
Wow, you're gonna open it.
That too.
I just remembered I
So-
do have a few Lego parts here in my temporary living for the summer. I brought back the set draft parts from Brickworld the Parisian. How did you guys who were there like that draft? Was that a good one, or
Bull draft?
the Parisian?
Oh yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, I enjoyed that. That was fun.
How many did you part off?
3, yeah.
The parts draft was really good. I got some really good parts.
Okay, that's good to know because we'll probably do a modular again next year. I was talking with Blaine, and I was saying if he gets recognized, depending on how many members they bring with, because having like a 70-person draft is not going to be beneficial, but if we both go in on the same sets, like we get 3 modulars and they get 3 of the same modular, then you're going to have some really huge quantities of stuff. And it was just a thought, if we wanted to double up.
The quantities we had were pretty good. I don't know. Well, no, I don't know about that entirely because there were like big sections of the table which had like 2 or 3, not
Yeah.
6 things in them or whatever, 3. But there were also a bunch that had really good quantities in them, like just the perfect amount of 1x1 tiles or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There was that entire section of the table that had like black pieces in it, which were just like sets of 3 and stuff like that. I don't think I like looked in there more than once that entire draft. It was all about the dark blue and the olive green and stuff like that.
There's a
I
ton
got
of
a lot
that
of dark
light
blue
blue too.
from that draft. Plates mostly, but
Michael Lamb said he was in Tucson, or Tucson, however you say that. I think that's right. So the closest Lego thing is all the way up in LA. So I would probably not be able to display my MOCs for a long time. That's Bricks LA, I'm guessing he's referring to. Spencer's favorite convention, Bricks LA.
Yeah. Tucson's a city in Arizona.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah. Bricks LA, I don't know. It like I've only been to Bricks LA as like a public attendee. I went a couple times. It didn't seem that interesting to me. I don't know. The things that make conventions interesting are when you know people there, and I'm not very good at meeting new people, so I just go to the ones where I actually do know people at, like Brickworld. If you're good at meeting new people, you can make a good time out of it.
Oh boy, we lost Caleb.
oh,
Man down.
And down. Now the name cards.
Yep. Time to readjust everything. That's the only bad part about these is that I have to constantly fix them.
How many sets were there in the draft? It was just the 3 Parisian restaurant modular buildings.
They were lots of fun to sort.
could have been worse.
Did you get the sets from the event support?
Yeah, we used our an activity support request to get them. So yeah,
Nice.
so honestly, like any draft we would have done would have been great because no one's paying anything, so no one can complain when you're getting free brick.
This draft
Exactly.
sucks. I don't even want to be here.
Are they still selling the Parisian restaurants?
Yeah, we can only use support requests for stuff that are still in production.
Yeah, okay.
That's been a module that's been out for a long time though. That's a long production run.
Because they still had the smiley faces.
Yeah.
I wish they still use those. I like them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I personally found, because like to me the modulars are really targeted more towards adults and like collectors, and I felt like that was a nice, like almost like a classical kind of touch to it.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's the whatever faces, the more expressions and stuff.
All right, guys, I have to head out. My phone's about to die and my Discord's acting up. So.
Oh boy! All right, we'll see you later, Caleb. Thanks for joining.
All right. Yep. See you guys.
Stay hydrated. Drink
Yeah,
water.
hydro homies for life. Oh yeah.
hydrated.
Hey, Spencer, when are you gonna get those printed? The hydro homie badges.
I was gonna ask Victor about it before break.
I'll get it done.
Get her done.
Oh yeah. All right. See you guys.
See you.
Yeah.
Bye. So, how was Brickworld?
Phenomenal.
I bet.
It was
I
terrible.
wish I could have been there.
I hated Olaf. Jeez, he was the worst. No more.
Norwegians.
You took my flag, Danny. You took my flag. You still have it, right?
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, once I move into my apartment at college, I'm putting it up on the wall in my room. And the plan, at least for now, is to make some videos at college on like all my past years. We'll see if that happens. And if that's the case, that'll basically be like the background. So
Yes.
So they're gonna be like, what?
Genius.
yeah, people will be like, I'm gonna get so many comments. They're like, oh, I'm Norwegian too, and I'll be like, I'm not Norwegian.
Just pretend that you're going to like college in Norway.
Yeah. Hey guys, Lego Buff here in Norway. I'm now a socialist.
Your accent very slowly shifts over the many videos.
Yeah.
Exotrooper says congrats on 1.5k. He's referring to the RebelLUG YouTube subscribers. Did we just get like,
We got that a few weeks ago. I remember, I think Nathaniel posted about it on our Facebook, but yeah, that was
15,
nice
17?
achievement there. Thank you very much, Exotrooper.
We're just doing a bunch of live streams.
He says, Danny making videos. Doubt that. Tune in to Lego Buff Productions tomorrow.
Pimp my set. Let's go. Do the Lego news or pimp my set.
Heck yeah.
I won't watch.
No, I'm gonna make a my thoughts on Brickworld video tomorrow. That'll come out. I'm gonna film it tonight and it'll come out tomorrow.
I was writing a blog on my thoughts about Brick.
Well, this isn't like RebelLUG's thoughts.
No, it was gonna be from my perspective.
Okay. Yeah. No, Brickworld this year was like, it was very powerful.
Why?
I can't say it because that's the
This is
content of my video.
Brickworld live stream. There's like 5 people watching it. Like they're not gonna not.
So Trooper said
14.
he's still waiting on the Christopher Nolan series. Okay, that was my favorite one because that would have been so. Okay, it's maybe one day. Like I'd still want to build those MOCs. I'd still love to. We'll see about that in the future. Like, give me 20 years and you'll see the first MOC. No, I can't spoil my video tomorrow. I'll give you like a quick teaser for the video that'll come out tomorrow. Basically, it was just a big like eye-opening experience of both the impact I and RebelLUG have on other people and the impact the community has on us, and like I guess just the way the whole thing comes like I don't know, it was really lots of revelations this year. We'll leave it at that. Just about how like cool it is to be a part of this community. There's the sneak peek. Leak footage, yes. That's what this is, leaked footage.
Share any of your revelations?
That's what the video's about.
Yeah, but this is a discussion about
You
Brickworld.
have to wait.
He doesn't know what they are yet.
No, I know exactly. I have them listed out already.
Whatever.
I'm not going to spoil my video. Got to get that YouTube ad revenue, am I right? The probably like 800 views I'll get.
300.
I had one like revelation that happened like from multiple similar experiences that I would probably write about in my like college applications applying. It was like because we had like these name cards out, or not name. We had these like info cards out in front of the Laceropes MOCs. And the Laceropes, which is one like big linear story told through these like diary entries at the beginnings of the videos, but we had those like diary entry command logs printed out in front of the MOCs, and like multiple times, probably like half a dozen times, at least from what I saw, like this exact same thing happened where like a parent or whatever, just an older person would walk up to the display with a young kid or something that's, you know, like whatever, like 4, 5, 6, 8, I don't care, just a young kid, and they would like the parent would like read the card and then they would point to things on them. So the card would be like, the clones are scaling the walls, and then they would point to it on the MOC, and the kid would be like, the kid was watching it like and I was like, this is so special, dude. This is crazy. And that was my revelation. As Lego as a platform for story. You can steal that for your video, Danny.
Yeah, no, you had kind of mentioned that when we were sitting at the booth. No, my stuff isn't really around RebelLUG stuff per se. It's more about just the impact that we as individuals have on other people. That's really what it's summed up as. Like here's the one teaser, final teaser. You keep getting me to give away too much of this darn video, but there's a kid there from New Jersey, and him and his mom had flown from New Jersey to Chicago just to attend Brickworld on the public day, only to see Ryan and I. And he said that when he saw that big clone base I brought to Brick Fair, it was like a clone outpost on, I don't even remember the planet, honestly. But he basically, there was one with, I had tons of 212, I had 100 212 troopers on it. And he said after he saw that mock, like he went out and bought a few 212 battle packs and he built his first mock. And like he's been building ever since then for a few years. And he said like it was that one video that really made him do that. And that's like why he was at the convention. I'm like, because I built one thing and uploaded one video, this kid, and I mean, he was there to see Ryan too, obviously. Ryan's a big boy. But he got his mom to pay for plane tickets for him to come out just for one day to see us in person. I thought that was crazy.
Butterfly effect. Awesome. This serendipitous string of events that lead you to meeting this kid from New Jersey. Crazy.
Yeah. So it's just that in the bigger picture, because it plays in the whole thing of it's like what do I want to go into as a career once I graduate and stuff. It's like, yeah, I'll have this engineering degree and that's what I'll have experience of this internship and stuff in, but like I could care less about engineering, honestly. I personally just feel that it's the best. Well, I would have liked a film degree. That's a whole nother story. But I think an engineering degree is a really strong degree. First of all, it's a really great backup because you can find plenty of jobs if what you want to do doesn't work out. And it's also like the curriculum trains you to think in a unique way. Because like a lot of other degrees, it's kind of like, all right, you learn how to do this and then like do that again or stuff like that. But engineering is like, okay, here's how to solve a problem. Now go solve these completely separate problems, but you know how to solve problems now. So use that knowledge of like generally learning how to get to the end solution. So that's why I like engineering. Knowledge, exactly. So I think it's really powerful. And like yeah, I would be completely like content taking an engineering job, but I would never be able to do that because like permanently, because there's always this feeling of like, oh, there's something greater that you can do. You can have not like, oh, you're going to be this big famous YouTube, nothing like that. But it's like the whole point is impact as many people's lives as you can, really, in a positive manner.
What if your parents watch this live? They're going to cut you.
Yeah.
Danny, go back to school.
That's what I told. I was like, because they're asking how the internship was going, and I was telling them, I'm like, literally, there's nothing to complain about. It's phenomenal pay, phenomenal location, phenomenal accommodations. I enjoy like what I'm doing at work every day. Like it's a lot of fun. It's a great work environment. Actually, the building I'm working in, I didn't find this out until last week, was actually modeled after the Google headquarters. So they use like the Google headquarters as like a general blueprint because it's very similar, like that whole inside and stuff. It's like that whole like hip, modern, new office type look. And so like I absolutely love that and everything's cool. So it's like there's really nothing to complain about, but it's like the internal feeling of like this is how you get it. Oh, this is such a great thing. So it's like if you ever heard like don't ever get comfortable in life because like you lose innovation and you lose ambition and stuff whenever you get comfortable. So if you keep doing the same thing for the rest of your life, and that's like a lot of people do, like, and there's nothing wrong with that, honestly. Like if you graduate and you go into a field and you kind of work your way up in a field and you stick around and stuff, like that's what my dad did. He went and worked for HP right out of college and he's been at the same company ever since. That's like a lot of people do that. And nowadays it's a bit different. Back then that used to be like the only thing people did. And so it's like, but I don't want to do that at all. I don't want to get comfortable in a position because like what I'm doing now is easily I can get comfortable in. So it's about constantly challenging yourself and finding new stuff to push the bottom. And that is the final teaser you're getting. That's like half the video right there.
The next revelation.
Rebo Brick said he really liked Spencer and Lucas's MOCs, mostly because the custom vehicles in the MOC really look nice, and the explosion on Spencer's is really interesting.
Let's go.
The explosion.
Yeah, my favorites were probably I have a number of different favorites for like different. I really liked Caleb's because it just felt like there was like the 2 levels and then lots of just like there was like detail over like every stuff like that. It was really easy to take really good pictures of Caleb's.
Yeah,
it was like full back. I love Lucas's might be my favorite because of like the creativity in the wall design and then the huge turbo tank on the bridge that's like as big wall and stuff. I don't know. I really like Luca's the 10th part because of like so much color and so much texture going on over the MOC. Like that's one of the things that I think I need to improve on dramatically is like that ability to create that like really natural, rugged looking texture and then balancing colors like he did, where there's lots of different colors that you wouldn't necessarily think go well together. These bright colors, dark colors, blah blah blah. But it came together really well. And then I think Olaf probably had like the most extraordinary grain across all of them. So it's difficult to say what my favorite is.
That was something I would say I definitely learned from this collaboration is like a really good tip for getting good pictures and video of your MOC is to build with height. Because if you have like a nice background, like for example in Caleb's MOC or Luca's MOC, like I think those and Lucas's as well, I think the best pictures came out of those just because there's so much height that you have like a backdrop to your whatever you're focusing on.
It feels like real.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I struggled to get good pictures of my MOC a lot. Like, because we made these posters for everybody's. Danny brought this big photo printer to the convention so that I'll get one right now. So that we could print these like really high quality, high resolution pictures from the at the convention people's MOCs so they could bring them home as like posters. And I really struggled. I thought my MOC had like a pretty good composition in terms of like when you look at it, right? Like when you just look at it for like head on, I think like the composition of things going on, the balance and the action and stuff was pretty good. But I super struggled to get good pictures as opposed to like literally everybody else's except probably Wyatt because Wyatt
and Anders.
Like, yeah, maybe Anders, but Anders I could still get stuff, but like at least a little bit, like because I got like the command squad and stuff like that at the table. But Wyatt's was like totally flat, so I don't know. Wyatt, yeah, didn't have like a backdrop or anything, but to try and make it feel like real, those are the 2 that I really struggled to get pictures of.
Did you print extra posters?
No, we didn't print any extras. I mean, I have the photo, like, it's literally just a photo printer that I have and plenty of photo sheets. So if people wanted them, I could print them, but you'd have to pay to
like some, but
pay to have them shipped to you.
Shipping.
Yeah.
I wanted to get like, I was gonna try and make a poster design before we went. I like the idea of doing on but
Danny.
I was gonna like get a bunch made, but from like these people that I know that I probably do it really cheap, and then just like hand them out there. That's what I want to do with like future. I don't think it's
Danny.
Yeah.
might not be practical to.
Danny, if you can get them, if you can get a couple printed for and like give them to Matt, who's going to Brick Fair, I can bring them back to the European.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna suggest that. Yeah.
No, are you going to Brick Fair?
I am, so I can get some for you.
When's that?
I am not sure.
It's the first weekend of August, and then the second weekend is Bricks of the 6th.
Like 5 weeks. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna build anything new for it yet. You
have time to build something.
Maybe 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Daniel Barwigan, who built a ship with a similar design to mine. We did this big space collab. I'll have a video coming out of it. We have been discussing doing Shiptember in July. It's unclear as to whether Shiptember is happening again like officially organized and stuff like that. So we were talking about just doing it in July and then trying to get it Brick Fair and Bricks and stuff like that to have more ships in our display. So that's something I could try and do in 5 weeks. But I don't know. I haven't decided. I might just kind of take it easy for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a new mock to Virginia, and it'll be announced there and whatnot. It'll all be revealed there, the new mock. So that'll be great.
How many people have signed up for Bricking Bavaria? No.
Good question. Let me go look that up right now. Yeah, Olaf, you can send me the info for Brick Bavaria if you want.
Go.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get there on the Thursday at least.
Oh, school.
Ooh, yeah, school. Gonna be risky.
I have a hard time doing that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we'll most likely be doing a Legoland trip on Friday, I think.
Okay.
So
I might leave on Sunday evening.
All right.
Because I want to get there earlier.
You'll have to leave out of Nuremberg then, because I'm not driving you to Munich.
Yeah.
How long is that drive? Is it like 2 hours?
Yeah, it's like 2 hours or like maybe an hour and 40 minutes with the train. Something like that. But then you have to like get to the airport, which is another hour, so even longer.
So there's no airport in Nuremberg?
No, there is, but I was saying like if you're flying into Munich, then you're gonna have to fly out of Nuremberg. Otherwise, I'm not driving you there.
Yeah, I'll figure something out.
Also, these baby ATRTs from Simon are amazing.
I'm so sad I wasn't there.
I gotta watch all the Brickworld vlogs.
There's a lot of Olaf content there.
Yeah, I saw. It was really
I've been watching Ryan's and Matt's, and I like both of them. Ryan, I would say just in general has more of the RebelLUG stuff just because he was with us more.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with his coverage. I was really impressed with Ryan's coverage of the tower building competition. So if you did not watch, I think it starts at like 15 minutes or so, and the one that I sent the RebelLUG chat a while ago, like he did a really nice job of covering that.
That was a lot of fun. That was a good decision to do that kind of competition and use our set draft. Was it, for the people that sorted stuff out, was it like a lot to sort because of all the pieces were in a big mess, or no? Was anybody that sorted here?
I sorted. They just like took it apart. It wasn't work, honestly. Fell pretty quickly.
I kind of like sorting, like new pieces. That is.
Yeah, I think
sorting as much as I do. Sorting as much as I do. I love it.
Yeah, I don't like sorting old pieces, but like new pieces, I like sorting those.
MOCs just to see what I built and how I built it.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for I mean, I wasn't there sorting, but it seems like it took a lot longer than normal because a lot of the pieces were stuck together from the tower building competition.
Well, also, like normally when you open a bag from a Lego set, there's only like a couple of different pieces.
Yeah,
in there,
that's true.
Faster than being in a big mess. Because like when I walked into the room for the meeting and they were still sorting it, it was like an enormous pile of like many different pieces.
Yeah, I think they split it up by color at first to help, which makes sense.
It wouldn't
that
surprise
actually
me
helps.
if it took like twice as long or something to do it.
Yeah.
But whatever. It was worth the fun.
I bet.
Absolutely.
So we're doing a set draft for Brick and Bavaria too?
Yeah.
Yes,
No.
we are. That's right.
Yeah, you guys got to decide on that set pretty soon, actually. If you want to do a few larger sets or a bunch of, it might work better because you have a slightly smaller budget than we had for Brickworld to do a bunch of smaller sets, but totally up to you guys.
We could do some of the new Harry Potter sets. They have some cool pieces.
Yeah, I'm gonna relay that info in the server that we made or that I made.
Yeah, you guys will have like I'd prefer if you guys shoot for around the €300 range, but again, going off Germany shop at home prices, but like absolute max out at like 340, 350-ish, but prefer to stay around 300.
Sure.
No, we're gonna max out. What are you talking about?
Well, when you max out, then some other people that the support is going to get less. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
We should try to get some Americans over at Brick and Bavaria. That would be cool.
I plan to one day. I mean, once I'm out of college,
One day.
I would. That's what I
One
mean by
day.
that because I can't miss college to go to Germany for like a convention, unfortunately.
One day equals 5 years. All right, so
Yeah.
But I only have 2 more years left,
even
so
half a decade.
not this Breaking Bavaria, not the next one, but the one after that. I am fully planning on shooting for. So look out.
What will that be? Actually,
When everyone's out of college.
So not
Not
20.
sure if that
So
would
in
be-
2021.
Wait,
I graduate
2021,
2023.
Yeah, I want to do like a backpacking trip through Europe because it's like what my brother did and my dad did that too, both when they graduated. So I'd love to do that, but like Lego version where I go visit every RebelLUG member who doesn't live in who lives in Europe, basically.
Ooh.
I think that'd be really
Yeah,
cool.
you should come to Norway.
Yeah, no, I'm fully planning on going to all it. I think that'd be so cool, and I can make like a really sick video for the RebelLUG channel of like traveling across Europe to visit everyone.
That would be.
I really like that because there'll be like these people that it's like a Lego guy I follow on Flickr, and them and their spouse go on like a big trip, and then they visit all the different people's Lego studios and take pictures there. I love when they do that. That's what you got to do. You got to do MTV Cribs, but for RebelLUG. That's something I wanted to do. Kind of was visit these different RebelLUG members' houses, show off their Lego studios, but the only time like that's really practical to happen is at Lego conventions, and there's just no I don't want to. There's not a lot of time at Lego conventions to make videos like that, and not a lot of motivation either. I don't want to spend hours making videos and stuff while I'm just hanging out. I don't know.
I kind of realized. I know we wanted to do the member interviews, and we didn't get to that. We totally like could have done it during the public hour by using like the lavalier mic because I thought when we'd use it for like the Brickworld booth tour from past years when you did the lavaliers, I feel like we had a lot of static. But when I was watching over the interview or the attempted interview we did with Anders, where he was standing in front of his Laceropes mock, the footage of that is so funny. But that was using the lavalier, and there were plenty of people walking around and talking, even RebelLUG people like standing behind the camera talking, and you like really don't hear it at all. It's pretty much just him, and I couldn't tell any static. If there was, it'd be negligible. So we technically could have done that next time.
You could do like well, you know how
like I was thinking like during the public hours, like you sit in the RebelLUG booth, and we just point a camera at you. That's what I meant.
I was thinking we could do like the same, because that's at some point soon. What's his name? Shoot, our Toy World. did like an interview with us as we were packing up because we totally ran out of time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that with him. That
his
was
interview.
so sad.
We totally ran out of time to do his interview, so I was like, as we were packing up, and he had to go, we had to go, blah blah blah. I was like, you should do like a Vogue 73 question sort of interview where like we're busy walking around and stuff, and you're asking us questions to give like these short, quick answers and stuff. So we could do something like that at Rebel or at conventions, like a really low production value kind of thing, but quick and content. I don't know.
I can just imagine Vogue now writing Spencer and being like, "Hey, please don't steal our idea, or we're gonna have to like sue you." So.
Exo Trooper asks, what degree do you do, Spencer?
Film production will be my degree.
Spicy.
Michael Lamb asks, do you guys have siblings that are into Lego? I have siblings, none of them are into Lego. They're all older than me, so if that means anything.
He's interested in Lego, and I got a lot of his stuff from when he did it, but now he just follows my stuff.
I'm watching
in Norway as well.
Yeah, no. I have one sibling. They don't do Lego. I'm watching I'm watching an MOCs vlog right now, and they spilled like a coffee in their display.
Oh,
and they
jeez.
did like the same thing that we did.
Where they just throw stuff on it and then don't clean it up.
Somebody like spilled like a chocolate milkshake at our display, and for like 24 hours nobody like cleaned it up. Like twice somebody walked up and put like just laid a single napkin on it. Just walked away, and it's like exactly what they're doing in this vlog. They're just like laying napkins on the floor and then they all leave.
Great minds think alike, am I right?
I think Luca was the one that eventually cleaned that up. He's like,
thank goodness. Yeah, I remember showing up and I was like, oh, like who just spilled this? And you're like, that's been here for a day. And I was like, why is it still here?
Who just recently spilled this? No. You have no idea how long it's been.
No,
Yeah,
what happened to the?
Oh, sorry, go.
What happened to the display tour from the Norwegian convention, Noah?
Yeah, Noah. And the Croatian one, right?
Yeah, Noah.
Yeah, Noah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was looking for that footage everywhere. And now I've got like the videos ready, but I was waiting for all the.
That's what you said last time. You were waiting for something.
Wait. Say that again. You were waiting for.
No, wait till Danny's done. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're done. Jesus. No, I've got it all ready now, so I can just upload it whenever.
Nice.
Michael Lamb said his oldest brother has every Marvel Cinematic Universe set since Age of Ultron, but that is all he ever buys. My second oldest brother has a ton of weird sets, but he still loves Lego. Define weird sets. I'm curious. What a weird set is.
A lot of Jack Stone still. Cool.
Jack Stone. Oh my god.
Jack Stone.
Classic.
Holds up.
Building Monday said not to be rude, but I can't really hear Noah. I don't. Noah's coming through fine for me, and you're hearing what I'm hearing, so.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm back now.
Oh, Drew's here. Oh, it didn't really screw up the titles that much. Okay. That's
I had
why.
to go register for an online class thing that I forgot about.
What class?
The physics class.
Ooh.
Online class.
Is it mechanics?
It's just it's like elements of physics or something.
Oh, okay.
It's the basic one because I didn't take any physics in high school, and so
Oh. Gotcha.
I get some exposure before I
That's a good idea.
Go off, yeah.
Wait, what are you majoring in again, Joe? I forgot already.
Biomedical sciences.
Biomedical sciences. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
Hey, Olaf, I got a Rohan shield in my recent Bricklink order.
Oh,
I know. I got it for $1.
how much
It's a
goes
good
for?
price.
See.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, I finally sorted my Brickworld haul, so now I just need to film it and whatnot.
More.
I think I haven't sorted my Brick and Bavaria haul yet.
Wow. All right.
It's the
Come on.
RebelLUG.
It's like it's been almost a year since then. All right.
Hey, I didn't sort
No,
my
like 7 months.
I didn't sort my Brickworld 2017 haul until
Oh.
this summer. I still have yet to sort Brick Fair 2016 stuff, so it's okay.
To Lego? Like,
Yeah.
or do you just not have the time?
I just didn't have the time because
Okay.
Brick Fair 2016 was the best year. I spent $500 on like I want to say like 50 or 60 sets that were just pieces without the minifigs. I have a whole video somewhere of it. It was insane because there was this one vendor who was selling them for like dirt cheap because I was just buying them for the pieces. So I just have I think I have like 10 sets left maybe that I still have to part out. The rest already, but it was like Jabba's sail barge was like $15 for just the piece. The stuff was insane how cheap it was.
It's never like that in Norway. Or
Drew,
always pretty good.
Drew, is that your haul from the draft?
Yeah. The Parisian restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody remember I got the base plates from that part out?
Yeah, those gray ones, the 32 by 32.
You take them all?
Those are so great.
Yeah, he wasted 3 picks, well, pretty close to the beginning on those.
Those things are worth like $8 each, though. So.
Yeah, but what would you use
You're
them
not
for?
gonna sell them
Here's
though,
the
are
thing.
you?
Here's the thing. I have access to Legoland, and like the pieces in that set were great. I mean, really great. Like, granted, there was some really good stuff, and there were some things that I wanted to get right away. But like, then when after we got through like halfway, after like halfway through the parts draft, I don't know. The pieces were kind of like random and whatnot. So.
Well, that's how every draft works, and then you just kind of grab them, and then you use them, or they just kind of sit in your collection.
And those gray base plates, we have literally every other base plate at Legoland except for those. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna get those, and the rest of the pieces. I mean, I just kind of got what I needed for like future stuff. So like what I had to use for anyway.
So what the difference between those and the other colors is just like the small little like edge that you see at the bottom of the mock for the base plate?
Yeah, I mean, I just find them like a lot better than like the green ones, because I mean, imagine you build a mock, right, and you got like the green base plates underneath. It just looks really ugly. And
when do you even build a mock with base plates? I feel like all your mocks are in free form.
With base plates, you don't either know.
Noah exposed.
Like the other thing I can use them for is like I can use them for like when I set up minifigures for some video or whatever. Like I want to pump out some reviews of figures, then like I can use those, for example, for what the figures are standing on or whatever.
Makes sense.
So
the chat's pretty busy today.
Yeah, I'll address some. Okay, so Building Monday said my mic was loud, so I turned it down. Let me know if it was loud compared to everyone else. So let me know if it's still loud. I've turned it down. So I didn't catch that before. Turn up the volume on your phone. Okay. Michael Lamb said everything defined as. Oh, so he's referring when he said his brother had weird sets. He said those are defined as not cool by our society. Like he has no Star Wars, but he does have the Master Builder Academy sets and like the niche sets from every wave. I think those are cool sets. I wouldn't call those weird. Especially those Master Builder. The Master Builder Academy was such an interesting program.
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna head out, guys. It was fun streaming with you guys. So.
All right. We'll see you later,
I know.
Noah. Thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Society.
Society is destroying us.
Society is destroying society.
What should I make for dinner? Oh, I'm making tacos for dinner tonight. That's gonna be good.
You know how to make tacos?
Heck yeah!
Taco
You just
Saturday.
get some ground beef and you just throw it in a pan.
Do you know how to fry tortillas?
You just buy tortillas at the store.
Yeah, but do you like?
I just put them in the microwave for like 15 seconds. Get them nice
That's
and
the proper way
warm.
to do it.
They're
Nice
instant
and warm. Actually, pretty cool set. The Taj Mahal. I like it.
Really?
Was it fun to
Oh,
build?
really?
Oh, not fun to build. I'm not done yet, but
How'd you get it? Oh,
Scam.
for
that's a
MOCs
nice
in
board,
Norway.
yeah. Do you have a place for it?
Part it out.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you built it and then you're gonna break it down.
Keep it up for a couple of weeks and then take
Makes
the parts.
Hey, Ola, I want to see it. Keep it till I've seen it.
Building Monday says cooking is even, or cooking. Oh, he just deleted it. Gosh
Oh,
darn. He said cooking is easy. Don't you even Minecraft, bro? And then he retracted it.
We should do a RebelLUG Minecraft live stream.
Yes.
You need a server.
I was gonna say we need a server, yeah.
That would be so sick.
I know
The RebelLUG Minecraft channel.
one of my friends
So-
started Realm, and then Nate has like a server that he uses. I don't know how he got it though, because he doesn't pay anything.
My friend a friend of mine like bought a server once, like paid to rent a server. And then some sort of problem happened with it, like it went down for a while and he complained, and then they gave him like a lifetime server, like a really nice, like high performance server for like a lifetime. So he just has this like constant, really nice Minecraft server that he can like use whenever he wants.
That's pretty nice.
We could actually probably use that. He never.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
if you do that, you'll probably get Chris on the channel as well.
There you go.
I have a single olive green 1x2 plate. I feel like this is not mine.
1x2. It's not me.
Need to
Caleb
return
could
to its
build.
rightful.
Caleb got these.
Gotta
All right.
Gotta ship it out to him.
Put it in one of the special priority mailboxes that cost like $20. Drew, do you buy the Brickworld event kit every year or just this year?
Yeah, I can show you guys all of them up here. So you can kind of see like the boxes here. You can see the snowman and the
Do you keep them sealed?
ice cream truck. No, they're all built here.
Okay. I see them.
I know
Yeah.
it's kind of cluttered up there, but they actually changed the box design they use this year. It's usually like a thinner cardboard, and they got kind of heavy duty, like the style of the ideas and the architecture sets.
Interesting.
With like a lift up flap.
How much are the event? I've never bought
It's like
one.
$20 maybe. So it's not bad for like a custom set.
Yeah, I remember last year. Was last year the camera truck or the year before?
Shoot. I don't know. Oh, camera truck was 2017.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that was designed by Daniel Sisknid, however you say his last name, the
Skin.
Brickmania guy.
The truck says Yitzi Kazowitz on it.
Also, fun
And
fact.
then the Snowman is by Brian.
Oh, really? Brian designed that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact, Daniel Sisknid, whatever, was the first technically the first Lego Ideas set. There was a Lego castle set that was like it was kind of like a medieval house, almost like in a village. That I want to say it was 2006. It was released, and it was actually designed by him. But this was before Lego Ideas existed or Lego Kuso, and he just kind of like built this model and sent it to Lego, and they ended up making it a set.
Wasn't there for a while, like when they first launched Lego Digital Designer, it was like called Design by Me?
Yeah, the
And they had some of those. Were those sets designed by fans, like the two space ones? And there's like that.
Yeah,
There's
I
like
don't
that
know if they
rally
were
car garage or
wasn't
something.
it called like Lego Factory? Those sets.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, like I know exactly what you're talking about. I think
and
they
like
called them Lego
one
Factory.
of the modulars, like that light blue one, that was a
Yeah,
factory.
oh, I don't even remember what that's called. Wow. How did I forget modular?
Market Street?
Some of those,
Yeah, Market Street. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some of those sets for sale at Brickworld, like sealed, like the Space Skulls one and the good guy space ones, and they were sealed for probably like retail. So I can't imagine they're in very high demand.
Yeah.
It was like $100 each, I think.
Yeah, I mean they were terrible.
Yeah,
because they're like not a theme. They're not even like a Lego custom
and they
theme.
had super limited parts available too. I think it was like super basic.
Yeah, I remember I tried building like a clone army, and they didn't have like the printed torsos or the. I don't remember if they had like helmets. I don't know.
I built like what would be a polybag scale like X-wing, and it was going to be like $40 for me to get it shipped to me.
Yeah, no, I remember the pricing on that was like insane. I put like 4 minifigures and then like a few burps on there with like a base plate, like no other pieces, and it was like $80. I was like, what the heck is this? Building Monday asks Pro, what did Olav just react to on his phone? Olav, what did you react to on your phone?
It was a Snapchat from Studios.
The juicy Snapchat. Building Monday also said that Chris hearts Minecraft.
Yeah.
I love.
That's how we get him back on Minecraft server.
If I could, I mean, there's so many things that everybody would do in this circumstance, but if I could just like pause my life and do whatever I want, 200 hours or something, just without wasting any actual time, I'd play.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm doing already. So
I will never touch that cursed game.
Because you'll get immediately addicted.
I don't think I would get hooked, honestly, because like my friends used to play, and I would be at their house and like watch, and then like one of my friends had it on Xbox, and we played like the 2-player mode on that, and it was just so stupid. I was addicted to Lego Universe. Do you guys remember that game?
Dude, I miss it so much.
Oh my gosh, I would be on that for hours every day. Holy smokes!
Why?
I didn't play that.
You know why it got taken down?
No.
People were building male genitalia in the free build thing, and they had to pay people to like moderate the builds and check it for that. And
that's
so
hilarious.
It wasn't profitable anymore, so they had to shut it down.
I didn't know that. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
That was so fun. Oh my gosh. Because now they have like the Lego Worlds game. I haven't played that. I don't know if that's.
I played it with Nate for about a few weeks, and it got so boring because there's like nothing to do in the game.
Okay.
I don't think you can. Oh, go ahead.
The terrain is like really cool and stuff. Like the way everything's made. It's like all actual like. Everything's built out of Lego, so it's not like the usual games where they just, make things out of whatever. But I mean, it's just like there's just planets, and it's like Minecraft where it's just like blank terrain to go across, and there's really not much to do.
I don't think you can understand how fun until you've like, you know.
Yeah, I understand that. You gotta like be immersed into it to understand. And I don't want to. Yeah, I also don't want to get addicted.
It takes a little while to get going into like a world too. Like it's kind of slow at first, but
the game I've probably invested the most amount of time into when I was like younger, like basically in high school and like grade schools when it was at like its peak was Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like literally entire summers were spent playing Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I only played that in the computer lab. Like, yeah, the only game that I've ever like really put millions of hours into is Minecraft. It's the only.
Oh yes, same. Definitely.
Danny, you gotta get in this thing.
No way.
Danny, I love Minecraft with every bit of my, but I do not suggest you play that game.
Yeah, no, I'm honestly just in general not a huge video game guy. Like I have an Xbox and I have like a bunch of games for it, but I really just don't play. Because it's hard for me to justify value in that because it's like I could spend 5 hours playing a video game, but then after that, it's like, what have I achieved? Virtual achievements. Okay, what does that do for me? Whereas, like, what else could I do with that 5 hours? And I mean, obviously, I'm nowhere near 100% productive with my days. Like, I waste time all the time. But I want to be better at that of actually doing productive stuff like making YouTube videos.
I understand that concept when I'm playing Minecraft, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's the only game that I do play. Otherwise, I have the same sentiment as Danny does, but not when it comes to that game. But it's like,
yeah, I have no motivation to play other video games, but I don't think it's necessarily because it's I want to be productive with all my time. Like I do, but that wouldn't necessarily stop me. It's just because nobody plays the games that I want to play when I want to play them. All my friends are constantly moving on to new video games. I don't want to buy new video games and learn new stuff like that. Like they only play games for like 3 weeks at a time and they never play them again.
I would like to play the new Battlefront again. I know I played it like I want to say like a few weeks ago, and like since the release, they've added so much to the game, and it's like really solid game now. Like when it came out, it was a piece of garbage because it was missing all of the good content. But they've really put in the time to add all the content. Like if it released as with all the content that it has now, it would instantly be a massive hit.
Is this Battlefront 2 you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that a while ago for like it was like $20 on Amazon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I played a little bit, but I got kind of bored.
Yeah, I would definitely the newer mode they introduced that like it was in the beginning of May, I think they introduced it. It's basically the exact same mode that was in the OG Battlefronts, where you start off and there's 5 command posts and you're fighting against the other team to capture the most command posts. And then it transitions where the team who has the most command posts, then everyone gets picked up and goes into space. Like you don't control anything in the part, it's just like a cutscene. And then like there's 2 cruisers fighting against each other, like a Venator and a separatist ship. And then whichever team capture the most command posts, like once you capture whatever team captures the most command posts, they go up in the sky and then they go on the offensive to the other team's ship and have to like destroy the stuff in the ship like you do in the OG Battlefronts.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's no space combat in it, but you still have that of like going up to the ship. And then if the team that goes on the offensive and the ship loses, like doesn't destroy the ship, then you go back down to the ground again. You do the like it just keeps going until someone destroys one of the other team's ships. So that's a lot of fun because it's basically like the original Battlefront, which I liked a lot.
Yeah, that's neat.
If you guys are if people in the chat are interested in like playing Battlefront 2 or Battlefront, you can buy the game for literally like $1 right or $5 right now. I bought Battlefront $5. It was actually really fun for like the however many hours I played it, but you gotta have friends to play with. So that's why it got boring because nobody else I knew had the game.
My friends who are like really big Lord of the Rings fans play what's that PC game that's
Shadow of Mordor?
No,
I played Shadow of Mordor all the time.
I don't think it's that.
That's a Lord of the Rings like open world game.
Maybe that. I don't know. There's some Lord of the Rings game that they just play all the time. I don't know.
I took a picture of Caleb's mock, and one of Simon's flipping words is like in it, just sitting there.
Nice.
I hope I have a good picture of it.
Shadow of War. Yeah, that's what it is. Not Shadow of Mordor. Yeah.
Shadow of Mordor is another thing.
Oh.
I do it. I messaged
game, I think.
to confirm that.
Drew, I like the RebelLUG business card in your little
Oh yeah,
pencil
got
thing.
a
Is
got
that
a
the
plug.
European one or is that ours?
Yeah. So this is the European one,
I was gonna say it looks darker.
and then there's yours.
Oh, I
There's-
wondered where those really dark ones came.
There's
Yeah.
the American one.
Drew, or not Drew, what am I saying?
They're the better ones.
Noah got them printed in Europe and they're like super saturated. They're like
They're
completely
so nice.
ruins
They're
them.
so nice. No,
they're
they're awesome.
terrible.
The card quality
No.
is worse too.
Yeah, the card quality is way worse too. It's like literally
Okay,
a piece of
maybe I haven't
garbage.
seen the real ones.
What are you talking about? I saw them at the convention.
I wasn't there.
I have business cards in here back from Brickworld 2014.
I mean, ours have always been the
I
same.
grabbed so many random cards that year.
Did we have one before the current one? Or was
No, that's always been the RebelLUG design for the business cards.
Oh.
Guys, I have Brick Show stickers.
Oh, heck yeah, I do too. Yeah, I ended up doing a whole, like, in my Lego room, there's like 2 closets and there's like a really thin wall gap between them that's like just wide enough to put business cards. So I put like sticky tack on the back and like did them all the way up. Of all Lego companies.
I want to do something like that at some point.
Yeah, I like the RebelLUG sticker. That was from Taylor, right?
Yeah,
I
I
remember
don't
when
even
he
know
sent
how
those.
I got that. I think I just grabbed it one year. I saw it on a table and like, I want that.
I
still
have some. I have like a stack of them, and I've lost it for like 2 years. Like I don't know where it is.
I know exactly. I have a whole bunch of them too.
Like there's no circumstance where I would have thrown out the stickers or something. So I don't know where they are, but I literally haven't been able to find them for like. I want to get new stickers. Stickers are like the coolest to make, but just have it like.
We have so many new designs that could be used too now.
I don't use stickers for like I've never used the RebelLUG ones. I don't know what I do with them.
I'm just thinking like laptop stickers. I guess.
I keep my laptop nice and clean. I'm not a fan of the stickers.
Really?
RebelLUG bumper stickers.
I would only do a sticker on the laptop if I had like the older MacBook where the Apple logo like lit up, and then you could put a sticker that's like see through and it like lights up the sticker. That's cool to me. But I don't even have an Apple laptop, so it's
the new Apple laptops don't even light up.
Yeah, I know that's the dumbest thing ever.
You want to know what's like what would have been like the coolest thing that they could have done? And other phones have done it. It's not difficult to do. There's ways to do it extremely thin. Is make like the Apple logo on the back of the iPhone. That would be so cool.
I remember I saw a tutorial on YouTube that you could like do
Strange Parts did it.
Yeah.
The guy's named Strange Parts. He did a tutorial on how to do it, and you can do these like. You can like just shine like a really thin LED through like a like a special like kind of sheet sort of thing that would light up that entire panel.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what he did. And other phones have done it too. It would be so cool that or did like a special edition iPhone. I wouldn't buy it because I wouldn't buy an iPhone, but
it looked cool. Well, these are some very biased opinions.
I was trying to figure out what he was referring to. I think the only thing we were talking about was the business cards at that time. So, can you ask Olaf's opinion on Shadow of Mordor and the changes it made to the lore? Olaf, do you have any thoughts?
Wait, is my mic working?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not play games, so I cannot say.
Olaf, have you played Minecraft?
I have not
Say
played
yes, Olaf.
Minecraft once.
Thank goodness.
What? I'm gonna force you to play some Minecraft this summer, Olaf.
Into either.
What's an extremely dangerous addiction similar to Minecraft? Something to compare it
Heroin.
Coca-Cola?
Yeah, at Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan's Coke addiction. He doesn't even drink Diet Coke, does he? It's a straight.
Yeah, it's just regular Coke.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I think regular Coke's better because Diet Coke is literally chemicals. Like, because they can't, what does it have? It's
Whatever they
caffeine.
replace the sugar
It's
with.
not caffeine. It's sugar free. Yeah, because Coke uses like actual sugar, where Diet Coke is literally just a bunch of chemicals to simulate like the taste, but not actually have sugar.
Yeah.
So it's arguably worse.
I apologize, Caleb, but your mock photo is significant quality than the other ones because I messed it up.
R.I.P.
Whoops.
It's just really grainy because it's at 3200 ISO, the other at like 100.
How'd you let that? Did you like manually change it or what?
No, I took I took a photo and it had Simon's Stupid Award on it, so I have to use one where I was like intentionally taking a really nice photo.
You can look at my photo, Spencer, in the Google Photos. I think I have one that's very similar to the one you took. That should be in better resolution.
Is it like an overview shot or what?
Yeah, just a main shot.
Oh, I don't know if I didn't take an overview. Never mind. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took like all the overview shots at like really long and a super low ISO and stuff, so they were really high.
Spencer, were these the ones that I took from you that you
Oh yeah, I wanted those really bad. I was like, those are the coolest white greebles I've seen. I should have gotten them early. I didn't realize.
I don't know what it could be.
I walk up to the pieces because I remembered them and my pick was coming up and I was like, they're still alive. Right as I said that, Drew I was like, I'm going to take my own life, Drew. I swear to God.
Hey,
You were saying it as I was reaching for them too, and I didn't even realize till after.
They're still alive.
I got the best white greebling parts, which are the white croissants.
Oh.
Let me tell you. I will find
You ever see that Lego Santa Claus? Where I used that? I used it as like his mustache.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I got a bunch of 1x1 tiles. That's probably my favorite pick. Because I don't have a bunch.
I got those feathers. Whatever they are.
The dark gray ones. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, Spencer, I watched a bunch of videos on the C100 after Brickworld, after you were messaging me about the footage. And so I realized, so the ISO, I don't think this was the cause of the problem. But so I said to keep it at 850 because that's like the native ISO, which is, I just forgot what that meant, but native ISO anyways. So I thought you were supposed to always keep it at that and just work the other settings around it. Well, it turns out it's like the number that you're not supposed to go below. So like 850 should be like the baseline, like don't ever go any lower than that. But you can always go higher. And the C100 can go up to 20,000 ISO, so good chow.
Are you sure it's not reversed?
Yeah, I thought it would be the reverse, right? Because normally when you go up higher in the ISO, that's when you get grainy, right? But they said with the C100, I forgot what the reason was, but you're not supposed to go below 850, which I found interesting. Also, I don't know if you saw that link to the slider that I sent you, but I'm gonna buy that. I've been doing a lot. I finally got so fed up with the stupid camera sliders. And so I did a ton of research for like 3 days of looking at every slider available and found the best cost value, and that is easily the best one by far. So I'll let you know how it is if you are considering buying a new one. I think Ryan was looking at buying a slider too, because once he saw, he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "A slider." And he's like, "That looks cool. I want one now." I'm like, you better learn how to use your camera first, Mister. Yeah, so the Canon M50, is that what those are called? The one that Matt and Ryan and all the other Empire Lug people have?
The small, like the mirrorless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What lens mount is that? Because that's not EF, is it?
I forget. I don't.
It's a tiny one.
Yeah, so you would have to buy lenses for that,
Well,
like
do
special
they make
ones.
adapters for that kind of thing, or would the lenses be
Yeah,
too
they're
big?
not going to be cheap adapters though. Like our lenses, the regular EF lenses are bigger than the.
Yeah.
I like it when like the lens, like buying a reverse one to put those. You can't really put mirrorless lenses
Yeah.
on bigger cameras, but like old vintage lenses, the
Mhm.
modern ones, the adapters are super cheap. It's just like a piece of. But newer adapters are expensive.
I'm looking up the adapter. So it's the mount type is EF-M.
Yeah.
Well, I know they use those for mainly like vlogging and stuff, right? So
Yeah,
I can't imagine like the lenses are going to be a super high priority.
the adapter is $130.
Oh shoot.
I would consider,
Well, if you already have a bunch of lenses, yeah, I guess. But
I don't know. I don't know what I want exactly.
I personally would feel that I don't know.
I want like a camera with sick autofocus, like the Canon dual pixel autofocus, but I also want I feel like the cameras that have dual pixel autofocus are like lower end or any Canon DSLR, none of which can do like 4K, retarded. Or like the Canon cinema cameras, which aren't exactly practical. Just regular stuff. So but I also want like a camera that it has more features than what Canon's able to provide. I don't know.
Yeah, my goal is to make the C100 practical. I mean, I brought that to Celebration and it actually worked out pretty well of setting up stuff.
I could see it working really, really practically as if you're a cameraman, right? If you're at the convention filming other people. But if you're trying to make videos about yourself, it seems really hard.
Oh yeah, like if you were vlogging would
you can't vlog
is
with that.
Very difficult. Technically, you could do it, but it'd be very difficult. And the problem is too, it's so heavy that it would hurt your arm if you were holding like one hand on a nice wheel tripod.
But if you were like a documentary filmmaker, you're filming other people, it feels really nice in the hand and like the monitor and battery size.
And it's perfect for short films because also there's a ton of time code settings too. So if you're shooting, if you have multiple cameras or if you have like a mic that's hooked up to an external recorder, there's so many different time code settings that it'll make syncing this stuff in post super easy. Like having the built-in XLR is so nice if you have like a boom mic with like a really like I have a 20-foot XLR cord, so that's nice. Also, what are stops of dynamic range? I didn't understand what that was.
I don't remember. For a period of time, I thought stops was like a weird term that people use to describe going up and down in exposure, but there's a mathematical way to describe if going down 2 stops in ISO will be equivalent to going down 2 stops in f-stops. I just don't know or care to relearn how to do it. So like there are people who would know it's like if I go down to 3200 ISO, going up this many f-stops will leave me with the same exact exposure. But I don't remember how to do that.
Dynamic range explained. Because that's what I was looking at. So in the C100, like the basic mode, I'm guessing it's only 1 stop of dynamic range. Okay, let's see.
Oh well, no, it's gonna have. The C100 probably has, if I were to guess, like 12 or 13 or 14
Well, no,
stops.
it depends on what mode you're in. That's what I was looking
Yeah,
at.
so like if you shoot in like raw, you're gonna have more.
Yeah,
That's the reason. Dynamic range is like the primary reason that really expensive cinema cameras are so expensive.
Yeah.
Like the Alexas and the Reds have enormous dynamic range that are slightly closer to what the human eye can see than like our camera stuff, right?
Yeah, because like the cinema mode, which is like the raw mode essentially, is 16 stops of dynamic range, and then there's like a what's called the Y dynamic range on there, which is 8 stops of dynamic range, and then there's just the regular, which I don't know how many stops that is. But that's what we were shooting in, just the regular.
All right, I got all my parts draft parts sorted. Usually it takes me about a year to get to this, but got it over right away.
Hold on, we gotta judge his part selection. Olive green, that's a win. It's a dub right there. Those light green the light gray 1x1.
Ooh,
I don't know how
nice
I feel about the light gray studs. I don't know.
I like those black modified bricks with the ridges. Those are nice.
Yeah.
The
Also
yellow.
got a bunch of these. I don't know how useful these are, but
The trans yellow cylinders, those are a big win right there.
that was
Holy
like
fuck. Whew.
The tan tiles
Damn.
are good too.
Was it worth the price, Drew?
Was it worth the buy-in to Rebel?
Oh yeah.
I'd probably say it was worth the time, to go there. It's really worth the time for me because I didn't sort.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with not getting a top 5 pick and not having to sort it.
Draft was a big waste.
Actually, if you guys want to see here, this bag still has parts from the Arkham Asylum.
That Arkham Asylum was such a good draft, and I didn't realize that till this summer when I sorted it.
I've used so many parts from it. I've used so many parts from the draft.
Because I just had this massive bag of it sitting in my closet. I'm like, all right, I'm finally gonna sort this, and so I did it, and then I used the pieces immediately in like a ton of stuff. I was like, these are so useful. Holy smokes!
Yeah, I think I actually sorted that pretty early.
Oh yeah, blue brick. I can't get one in the thing either, so it kind of sucks.
Can't get a what?
A fig in the Brickworld kit.
Yeah, the figure does not fit in the actual rock kit.
That's hilarious.
His arms don't let him, and so you
just have to bend the arms like Spencer did for his pilot in his gunship.
See here. See if I can get it.
That's embarrassing.
It just doesn't fit. Oh wait.
Can you help do white backgrounds on the build?
Do you trust me? I wasn't volunteering because
Nobody volunteered.
You see, I would, except I'm bad at it, and I just use a Photoshop app.
Yeah, no, I can. If you send me one, I'll do a white background. I'll send it to you, and you tell me if it's up to your standard.
I know Noah usually does a pretty good job from what I've seen.
I asked Noah, and he was like, "Nah, dude, I'm not good at that. I can't do that."
He has his light box.
Yeah, he doesn't edit the
his light box
pictures
just
the
that
way
good?
you do. Yeah.
Oh,
Perhaps.
I should probably invest in something like that then.
Perhaps.
I just have these giant like softbox lights that are just okay.
All right, I think we're gonna. What were we gonna say?
If I don't find a faster way to do these are gonna take forever.
Yeah, send me one and I'll. Okay. I think we're gonna wrap up the stream here. Chat's kind of died down, and I want to go eat dinner. So.
All right.
Tacos.
We maybe next week, and I don't know. At some point this summer, we'll be doing more streams. I'd also, now that Brickworld's done, I really don't have any planning stuff on my plate, so I'd love to start putting some work into getting the podcast off the ground again, as well as some more content for the RebelLUG channel. I will be editing those celebration videos too, so now that I have my laptop. we are ready to roll. Cool. Thanks everyone for joining us. Check out the Laceropes Club if you haven't seen it yet. You can go to RebelLUG.com/Laceropes or the RebelLUG channel. We have the playlist on there of all the videos. We will see you all later. Alligator.